Hi there, welcome back to Fully Blessed. I'm Amanda, and this is the channel where we discuss timeless truths about issues that are important for women of faith. And today's video is going to be a little bit different, and I'm so glad you're here because today I wanted to share just a couple things that God has been teaching me and that I've been reflecting on these last few months. This last fall, my church did a women's book study on the book of Ecclesiastes, and it was so encouraging for those of us who were there, especially for me as we continue to heal from the loss of our daughter earlier last year. And so I just wanted to share some of the things that I've been learning and reflecting on in hopes that it will be an encouragement for you, especially if you also are going through a really hard time in your life. So the first thing to keep in mind is that God is in full control of everything, and we are not. That seems really odd that that would be an encouragement, but it is. It's so encouraging because it means that I can relax. I can just rest because I know that I do my best. I do what I can, humanly responsible, and I let the rest up to God. And that is so encouraging because that means I don't have to be in control of everything. I don't have to run around like crazy trying to micromanage, if you will, everything. I can just do my very best and know that God will take care of everything else. The second thing that I learned was that God alone knows everything. And that might be a really uncomfortable thought because especially when we're going through hard times, we have lots of questions, and some of them we may never have answers for, but that's okay. God does not owe us answers. Let me repeat that. God is not obligated to give us answers for everything in life. I believe He will be gracious and answer many of our questions in heaven, but there are some things that we will just never know, and that's okay. Trust that as He is your good Father, if He's choosing to not tell you something or to not make something clear to you, it's probably because it's for the best that you don't know. And that can be really hard, but it is for your good. And number 3, ultimately, we can do everything right. We can try really hard in this life, and we can be very responsible, but in the end, it's up to God to decide the results. And I know that that was really comforting and helpful for me because it helped me to be able to rest that nothing I did caused my daughter's death. Nothing I could have done would have stopped it. In the end, God simply said it was her time, and that's it. So that brings me peace that I did my best and God is in control. And number 4, no matter what happens, it's for God's glory and our good. That's why God does and allows everything in this world to happen for His glory and for our good. And I may not understand this side of heaven, and that's okay, but I have to know that somehow, even if He allows the worst to happen in this life, it's for my good somehow and for His glory. And even in that worst case scenario, He will be with me through it, and He will help me through it. That doesn't mean it's going to be easy, and He never promised that it would be, but He did say that He would be with us. And number 5, we see this picture a lot in Ecclesiastes about the imagery of going outside and shepherding the wind or gathering the wind. So like, you're trying to run outside and collect the wind and harness it in. Like, you can't. You can't. So if you try to do that in your life, you're going to end up frustrated and angry and not accomplishing anything. And that is not a place we want to be. So again, do what is in my human ability to do and leave the rest in God's place because the rest is for Him. And I also believe that number 6, the major theme in Ecclesiastes would be God's sovereignty. And as we end today, I want to encourage you with that. Do you really believe that? Have you really settled that God is truly sovereign and in full control of everything? I really encourage you to think on that today. Let that settle in your heart, really fix your mind on that and have that firmly established. Because I promise, when hard things come in life, you will need that to fall back on. And even when things aren't hard, even on days when things are good, or you're just making normal life decisions, big or small, right? Maybe where do I go to college, or who do I marry, or what job do I take, right? These things, while good, can be a stress, right? But this is where it's so important that we have this firmly fixed and plant our knowledge in, our hope in God's sovereignty. Because I know that no matter what I'm talking about, no matter what my day is bringing, I'm going to do what I can to be responsible and make wise choices with God's help, and trust that He will bring the result to do what is best for His glory and for my good. So that's all for today. I hope that this has been a blessing and encouragement to you. If it has, please like and subscribe and share with somebody who needs this encouragement today. I bet you know a few people. And until next time, remember that you are fully blessed because of the work that Jesus has done for you. So go and be a blessing today.